Good evening. Today is Monday, June 8th, 2026, and it is 6 p.m. This meeting is now open. Representing the quorum this evening are Ms. Kathy Arellano, Ms. Denise Morrison, Ms. Nicole Peters, Mr. Dustin Krieger, Mr. Rob Ellis, myself, Dustin Qualls, and Doug James, who is in transit and will be joining us after the executive session. Thank you all for joining us this evening. As provided by the Texas Government Code, the Board of Trustees may go into closed session at any time in accordance with sections 551.071, private consultation with the board's attorney regarding all matters as authorized by law, including board governance, 551.072, discussing purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property, 551.074, discussing employment, evaluation, or discipline of personnel, including board governance and superintendent evaluation and contract, including central office administration. 551.076 and 551.0761, discussing security personnel and devices, district-wide intruder detection, audit report findings, and cybersecurity. 551.082, discussing disciplinary matters or complaints regarding school children and/or school district employees. 551.0821, discussing personally identifiable information about public school students. 551.087, deliberation regarding economic development negotiations. We will begin this evening with the public meeting as required by the Texas Education Code 44.004 on the proposed 2026 to 2027 budget. The notice for this meeting was published in the newspaper on May 22nd. We will consider the budget adoption later in this evening. As a board, we have had public discussions regarding the 2026-2027 budget during the budget workshop in April and at our regular meeting on May 11th. We do not have anyone signed up to speak for the budget public hearing, so this concludes the public hearing portion of the meeting. The Board of Trustees hears public comment on agenda and non-agenda items at all regular meetings in accordance with Texas Government Code 551.007 and board policy. This is a business meeting for the board to take action on district matters. We ask guests to refrain from comments or demonstrations during the meeting. Our board secretary, Nicole Peters, will now provide additional information about public comment. Thank you, Ms. Peters. The trustees will now move into closed session under the previously mentioned and publicly posted sections. The time now is 6:03 p.m.
Yeah, we're good. Testing, testing. May I have your attention, please? Okay. The time is now 6:42. I entered the closed session at 6:18. Thank you for joining us. This meeting of Klein ISD Board of Trustees is now reconvened. Tonight, Trustee Kathy Orlano will lead us in prayer, and Trustee Dustin Krieger, or one of the scouts, will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance of the United States flag and the Texas flag. Please stand if you're able to.
Please bow your head. Heavenly Father, as we embrace our summer months, we ask that you bring the students, the educators, and staff of this school district into your care. We thank you for the knowledge that we've gained, the challenges we've overcome, and the milestones we've reached over this past year. We pray especially for the children who use the school environment as a safe haven. Protect them over the break, provide for their needs, and surround them with positive influence and caring communities that love them. We ask that you grant our teachers, our administrators, our supportive staff, everyone a very restful and refreshing summer. We ask that you grant us as a board, along with our superintendent and district staff, the wisdom to plan for the future. Guide our decisions regarding resources, curriculum policies, and all that go in to continuing to grow our youth, our families, and our communities. Amen.
Amen. Okay, is Xander available? Xander Wynn. Xander, come up here and lead us in the pledge.
Everybody please put your right hand over your heart.
Go ahead, Xander.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now the Texas pledge. Honor
the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, Xander.
Thank you. All right, thank you for joining us tonight. We're here to recognize the achievements of our Klein family and to conduct district business. Now, if you haven't already, please silence your cell phones. We uphold our shared vision that every Klein ISD student enters with a promise and exits with a purpose. Your Board of Trustees works diligently with our superintendent on behalf of every student in our care. As trustees, we follow Texas law and can only vote on and publicly discuss items listed on the agenda. The agenda and notice of the meeting are distributed to each trustee 1 week before our regular monthly meeting. Now, if individual board members have questions, they visit with our superintendent prior to the meeting. Therefore, on many items recommended for approval, the trustees can quickly determine if they agree. If we move quickly through the agenda, it means that we are prepared and ready to take action. Dr. McGowan, are we ready for tonight's report?
Perfect. Good evening, Klein family. We're so glad that y'all are all here this evening. And yes, President James, we are ready for this evening's report. It's my pleasure to welcome our Chief Financial Officer, Dan Schaefer, who will introduce our report this evening.
James, members of the board, Dr. McGowan, Ms. Spalding, and Klein family. Tonight we have a delinquent tax report to be provided by our delinquent tax attorneys with Purdue Brandon. Jason Bailey is here to present the up-to-date information as we've worked through tax collection efforts for this past year. So I'll turn it over to Jason. He's eagerly getting up here. The report is provided in your packet as well, and it'll be presented on the screen. Thanks.
Thank you, everybody. I think you have a lot more exciting things in the delinquent tax report, so I'll read the room and go through this fairly quickly, but I'll be happy to answer any questions if you have any, or are able to just call me and we can talk about it. Real quick, what we're going to talk about is the 2024 tax year, which was turned over to us for collections back in July. As y'all recall, y'all did all the hard work it takes to get the original base amount set. So in October 2024, y'all mailed out almost $280 million in base taxes were assessed by Klein. They went delinquent on February 1st of 2025. That's why taxes always seem to be a year behind. And that's when the penalty and interest that accrue to the district began to accrue. Then in May, they sent a notice and say, if you don't pay by July 1st, it's going to be sent over to the attorneys, and that's when they put in an additional penalty, and that's how we get paid. When we collect a base tax, we collect the base tax, the penalties and interest due the district, and that additional penalty, and then that's how we are compensated. So the services we're going to talk about, delinquent tax collection, are at no cost to the district. They're borne by the people that don't pay their taxes on time. So July 1st came around. The tax office had collected over 97%, almost 98% of the taxes, leaving $5,968,441 in delinquent taxes left for us to collect. And the next slide will show you what we were able to do in those first 10 months since that was turned over to us. First thing, we collected 61% of the base taxes. Every statistics I'm going to give you tonight are base tax only. That way I'm comparing apples to apples and not padding my statistics by adding in the increasing penalty and interest. But rest assured, the district got every piece of the dollar they were entitled to, including all the penalties and interest. I know that Dan is concerned not about the 61%, but the remaining that hasn't been collected and what we're doing with that. I've broken it down into 5 categories. That little over $2 million, you have almost no bankruptcies, less than 1% of your roll is in bankruptcy. We do represent you to collect all of those in the federal courts. You have 414,000 or 7% are in an official payment plan with your tax office. We also work with the taxpayers and put them on unofficial payment plans, but those are the signed payment plans pursuant to the tax code. You have 3% that are deferred, a little over $165,000. These are people that are over 65 or disabled in their homesteads, and they're allowed to defer those payments till a later date when they no longer occupy that homestead, and then we'll try to collect them at that point. You have $736,000 that's in suit. Please know that before we file litigation, we give every opportunity for the people to pay. Contact them either by phone, email, text now, direct message them, and anything we can to try to reach out to the people and get them to take care of the problem. And that leaves $983,000 that I don't have in suit bankruptcy payment plans that we're continuing to work on. The next slide is your overall collections. This is everything that was turned over, that original 207, not to us, but 279 million that was assessed. You went from 97.9 to now 99.16% collected. We're working on that last 0.84%, and we'll continue to try to get that money for the district. Real quick, I'll go through the history. I was a history major, so I'll always go through the other years. We have the 2023 year. That first year, we got you to 60% collected. First year, 10 months, we're now at 71.5, a little over 6.4 million turned over to us July 1st of 2024. The next year is the 2022 year. First year, we had you at 64.8%. Second year, 79.7%, and we have 83.7% of the base tax turned over has been collected. Last is the 2021. First year, we were at 69.9%, and we're all the way up to 85.8% of all the base tax collected. It's a pleasure working for the district. I do have Damian Millington, who's an attorney with our office. Y'all probably saw him at the academic gala, which is always a fun event. A little bit more fun than the delinquent tax report, but I don't know if y'all have any questions, but it's a pleasure working for the district, and thank y'all for allowing us to represent you.
Thank you so much. Any questions, trustee? All right, that's great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks again for that report. Dr. McGowan.
Next, please join me in welcoming Klein ISD's Chief of Human Resources, Dr. Bob Anderson, who is going to introduce our school leadership at Frank Elementary.
Right. I'm after the tax report, so I'm pretty excited. Good evening, President James, members of the board, Dr. McGowan, Ms. Spalding, and our Klein family. Tonight, I have the distinct honor of introducing a new campus principal. I'm pleased to welcome Dr. Heather Lord, the principal of Frank Elementary School. Dr. Lord brings 19 years of experience as a literacy specialist, elementary assistant principal, and most recently an acting assistant principal. Throughout her career, she has demonstrated a deep command of instructional excellence, strong relationships, and creating an environment where both students and staff thrive. Dr. Lord is passionate about coming to Frank Elementary and their strong tradition of academic success and family engagement. She is dedicated to fostering supportive and collaborative cultures where teachers feel valued, families are connected, and every student is empowered to reach their highest potential. As a relationship-driven leader, she's committed to partnering with the entire community to build a strong foundation. It's already in place. Dr. Lord, would you please stand, share a few words, introduce any guests in attendance?
So I wouldn't forget. Start with Dr. McGowan and members of the board. I want to say thank you for this incredible opportunity and honor. It is just the best school family. I'm so excited to be a Flyer. We are going to soar into our 20th year together next year. And I want to recognize my friend Amy Akers, who is here. She is videotaping for my parents in Indiana, who are our newest Frank Flyers, and they're probably the most excited. But I like Dr. Anderson said, I'm very excited to serve this community, the students, the staff, the parents, and everyone in the Klein family. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Dr. Lord. We're so excited for you and our Frank community. Please join me in welcoming her one more time in this new leadership role.
Congratulations, Dr. McGowan.
Congratulations, Dr. Lord. We know that you, coming from Mahaffey Elementary, you've been able to be part of a wonderful school community there, and we're excited for the families and the staff and the students of Frank Elementary, so congratulations. It's time now to recognize our outstanding students and staff in our Klein family, and we're going to begin tonight with some of the top athletes in the state of Texas. So our Executive Director for Athletics, Brandon Baker, is here to introduce these top-notch student athletes and their coaches. Mr. Baker.
All right, thank you. Good evening, President James, members of the board, Mrs. Spalding, and Klein family. Tonight it is my honor to recognize several outstanding Klein ISD student athletes from Klein Cain and Klein Oak High School who delivered remarkable performances at the 2026 UIL State and Field Track Championships. These athletes demonstrated extraordinary discipline, resilience, and competitive excellence, and they represented their campus and our district with pride. Their achievement reflects countless hours of training, the guidance of exceptional coaches, and an unwavering support of their family and school communities. At this time, as I call your name, please join me in the front. I want to first mention that Andrew Jones was not available, but we do plan on recognizing him in the July board meeting as well. We'll begin honoring Klein Oak Boys 4x400 relay team, who earned second place at the state track meet with an exceptional performance and a powerful team effort. Gentlemen, please come forward when I call your name. Nathan Black. Caleb Hughes. Andre Phillip. Noah Thurman. And Luis Arriaga. Their success reflects not only their individual talent, but their unity, discipline, and commitment to one another. We also would like to recognize head boys track coach Jacoby Franks. Campus athletic director Brandon Carpenter. And Klein Oak principal Thomas Hensley for their leadership and support for these athletes. Next, we would like to honor Klein Cain Jr., Nyla Hugo, who delivered one of the most dominant performances in Texas this year. Nyla, please join me up front. Nyla earned first place in the girls' discus and not only won the 6A title, but also threw further than any state champion in every classification, 1A through 6A. Her winning throw of 163 feet and 8 inches made her the top discus thrower in the entire state of Texas for 2026. Her journey back to Austin was fueled by discipline, technique work, strength training, and the encouragement of her coaches and the Klein Cain community. Nyla speaks often about how grateful she is for her support system, especially her family, who she says has been with her every step of the way. Her coaches describe her as a phenomenal student athlete with unmatched work ethic, positivity, and drive. She's already looking ahead for next season and dreams of continuing her athletic career while pursuing law school and one day the Olympics. Nyla's achievement showcases her remarkable talent, her year-round dedication, and the determination she has to make her the top discus thrower in the entire state, in the entire state of Texas. We also recognize head girls track coach Danielle Paley, campus athletic director James Clancy, and principal Lauren Marty. Thank you three for your guidance, encouragement, and steadfast support of her journey. In addition to the campus spotlight, I would also like to recognize Derek Kuntz, our district athletic director, who directly serves and supports all high school track programs. If you are here as a family member, a coach, or a supporter of these outstanding athletes, please stand so that we may recognize you. All right. Didn't print. All right. Thank you for your encouragement, guidance, and belief you pour into these young athletes. Their success reflects the community that surrounds them. Please join me and congratulate all of our state medalists one more time. At this time, I invite all of our honorees to remain up front as President James, Vice President Qualls, and Dr. McGowan join us for a photo to commemorate this outstanding accomplishment.
All right, perfect. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. One more, 1, 2, 3. Got it.
That is great. Give them another round of applause. I ran track way back when. And just brings up something in me when they're standing up here. Amazing, amazing, amazing. All right.
Congratulations, very, very proud. I hope y'all recognize to be a gold or silver medalist in UIL 6A in the state of Texas is absolutely exceptional.
Yes, it
And
is.
these young people work so incredibly hard. Their coaches give them their all, their families give them their all. So I think we should just do one more big round of applause for these
Yeah.
outstanding young men and women. I know we have a lot of state champions around here in Klein ISD, but it doesn't mean we should take it for granted. It's truly exceptional. So our next recognition of results for success at the state level this evening is for staff in our Klein family. And so Deborah Bronner Westerdown, our Career and Technical Education Director, she's here to introduce our next honored guest.
Good evening, President James, members of the board, Ms. Spalding, and Klein family. This evening, we are proud to highlight the outstanding work happening in our career and technical education programs through the National Organization of Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America, or FCCLA. FCCLA serves as the co-curricular student organization for our Family and Consumer Science CTE programs. These programs include fashion design, interior design, teaching and training, and early learning. FCCLA helps students develop essential life and career skills. Through competition, leadership, and service, students build character, strength, communication skills, and apply classroom learning in real-world ways. Behind every successful FCCLA program is a dedicated advisor who guides students, builds leadership, and helps connect classroom learning to experiences beyond the school setting. One of the highest honors within the Texas FCCLA Association is the Outstanding New Advisor Award. It recognizes educators who demonstrate exceptional early excellence in advising, student engagement, and program development. This award celebrates advisors who elevate student leadership, career readiness, and community involvement from the very start of their service. Tonight, Klein ISD is proud to recognize Ms. Mandy White from Klein High School as our 2026 Texas FCCLA Outstanding New Advisor. Ms. White and Klein High's principal, Ms. Stroll, please join us up front. Ms. White has already made a remarkable impact on her campus by further strengthening and enriching the existing FCCLA program, empowering students to lead and creating meaningful opportunities to inspire confidence, purpose, and future-ready skills, particularly aligned to the fashion design courses she teaches. In her first year as FCCLA advisor, Ms. White led a dedicated group of fashion design students to earn first place at the regional FCCLA fashion design competition, advancing to the state level. Throughout the project, she guided students in developing a unique brand that celebrated Latin American cultures. Students conducted extensive research, created original designs, and produced a sample clothing product to showcase their work and creativity. Because of talented and dedicated educators like Ms. White, Klein ISD students are provided with meaningful opportunities to grow, lead, and excel. We could not be prouder of you, Ms. White. At this time, we would also like to recognize and thank her family and others who are here to support her this evening, and thank them for their encouragement and support for her time in Klein. All right, Vice President Qualls and Dr. McGowan, if you'd please join us for a photo with our honoree.
I'm so glad. Looks good. Looks good.
Excellent, excellent. Give them another round of applause. Dr. McGowan.
Congratulations, Ms. White. It's really something to be recognized as the best in the state of Texas, so we're very proud. It's now my pleasure to invite August Wunderlich, our Chief of Operations, forward to present a recognition of our Klein family's achievement as a best-in-state program.
Good evening, President James, members of the board, Ms. Spalding, and the Klein family. Tonight, we're proud to recognize a department whose work often happens behind the scenes, yet impacts every campus, every classroom, and every member of our Klein family. Klein ISD's Energy Management Department has been awarded the 2026 Energy Program of the Year by the Texas Energy Management Alliance, also known as TEMA. This is an extraordinary honor that places Klein ISD among the top energy efficient and forward-thinking school districts in the state. To earn this award, districts must demonstrate measurable, sustained results, including lowering overall energy consumption, reducing operational costs, improving system reliability, and maximizing the responsible use of public resources. Tonight, we congratulate Kevin Weehot, Director of Maintenance, and his outstanding team. As I call your name, please come to the front and remain up front so we may recognize you together. Audience, please hold your applause until all the names have been called. And just so you know, Mr. Weehat's not here tonight. He already had a previous engagement fishing with his family before he knew about this. But in case you don't know, I'm retiring, and he's moving out of the maintenance department anyhow, and John Ferguson will be the new maintenance director, and he's here tonight to help receive the award. So, John Ferguson. Melissa Kreiser. Gary Lett. Veronica DeLeon. And Kristen Chu. Kristen's a daughter of Donald Chu, for those of you that have been around a long time like me. The Winning Energy Programmer of the Year is a recognition of a strong culture of accountability, ensuring that every dollar invested delivers long-term value to the client community while supporting safe, efficient learning environments and protecting resources for our students and staff. Over the years, this department has saved millions of dollars that have gone into staff raises. There were years that things were so tight, we probably wouldn't have had a raise without that. So their work has really helped this district out. Congratulations to our Energy Management Department on this remarkable achievement. Your Klein family is proud of your leadership, your innovation, and your commitment to excellence. Thank you for ensuring Klein ISD remains a responsible steward of our resources and a model for districts across Texas. This time, I'd like to welcome Vice President Qualls and Dr. McGowan up front for a photo.
Congratulations once again, and I like to call August and his department. I like to use football metaphors, and they're the linemen of the team. Without them, can't move the ball at all. So they are amazing. They are amazing. Dr. McGowan, we're ready for tonight's final recognition.
Thank you, President James. Tonight, our Klein family is honored to recognize an individual whose dedication, leadership, and faithful commitment to students and to Klein have shaped our district for more than 4 decades. August Wunderlich has built a distinguished 44-year career in Klein ISD, beginning at just 16 years old as a custodian in Klein High School's co-op program. His journey from those early days to his current role as Chief of Operations reflects a lifetime of service, integrity, and devotion to our Klein family. At this time, August, please come on up as we share a few words of gratitude and recognize you. And let's give this man the honor he's due. August Wunderlich is a proud member of our Klein community founding families and is a proud alum of Klein High School. He graduated magna cum laude from Sam Houston State University, earning both his Bachelor of Science and Master's of Education. And in 2024, Sam Houston State recognized him as the 2024 Distinguished Educator of the Year, an honor that reflects the extraordinary impact he has made throughout his career. After completing his degrees, he returned to Klein ISD as an ag teacher at Klein High School and then Klein Oak High School. And during his teaching career, he trained a state-winning parliamentary procedure team, which went on to place 3rd in the nation, and he coached a Houston Livestock Show-winning livestock judging team, achievements that speak to his skill as an educator and a mentor. August later transitioned into maintenance, where his leadership and operational expertise continued to shine. Over the years, he earned both the Commitment to Excellence Award and the Operational Excellence for Facilities Management Award, honors that reflect his high standards and the pride he takes in his work. Through every role, August has remained focused on one mission, ensuring that Klein ISD operations create safe, efficient, and supportive learning environments for all students. And throughout his remarkable career, August has been supported by his family, including his beautiful wife, Kim, who's also a dedicated educator. This evening, I respectfully request that the Klein ISD Board of Trustees approve a resolution recognizing August Wunderlich for his 44 years of faithful service to the students, staff, and community that make up our Klein family. So first, I'd like to invite Dr. Bob Anderson forward to share this resolution with us.
All right. It's an honor. Whereas Mr. August Wunderlich has dedicated decades of service to the Klein Independent School District, serving as a model of positive and visionary educational leadership, and whereas a proud alumnus of Klein ISD, Mr. Wunderlich has served the Klein family with distinction across numerous leadership roles, upholding the district's longstanding tradition of excellence. And whereas Mr. Wunderlich returned to his roots as an agricultural science teacher at Klein and Klein Oak High Schools, where his mentorship guided students to elite levels of achievement. And whereas Mr. Wunderlich successfully transitioned from the classroom to district operations, earning prestigious accolades and culminating his career as the Chief of Operations on the Klein ISD Cabinet. Now, therefore be it resolved that Klein ISD Board of Trustees, along with its superintendent, hereby officially recognize and proclaim June 8, 2026 as August Wunderlich Day in Klein, Texas. In recognition for his outstanding service, unwavering dedication, and profound impact on the Klein ISD, and that he be accorded all the privileges and honors appropriate to that occasion.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Anderson and Dr. McGowan. Trustees, may I have a motion to approve the resolution to recognize June 8th?
I so move.
I guess I didn't even finish, did I? It's been moved and properly seconded. All those in favor? All those who disagree, don't be in here. Motion passes 7-0. Dr. McGowan, I understand that we have another special guest to recognize Mr. Wunderlich?
That's right. As a result of August's dedication and commitment to Klein ISD and the lasting legacy that he leaves behind, we also have a special guest from Harris County Precinct 3, Commissioner Tom Ramsey's office joining us tonight, Mr. Landon Reed, who is going to provide a proclamation in honor of August. So, Mr. Reed, welcome. We're glad you're here, and please present the proclamation on behalf of Commissioner Ramsey.
I have some bad news first. Bruce forgot the Lederhosen, and I forgot the Chick-fil-A cow head that we were going to make him wear. So sorry about that, August. Well, before I get further going, you know, I've known August forever, and I've got a little country for you here. When you think about going the extra mile, especially after the clock, you think of an FFA teacher. When you think about getting a job done under budget and in a pinch, you think of a rancher. When you think about doing what it takes and rolling up the sleeves, you think of a country boy. Klein ISD had the hindsight to lean on all three. Now you're getting me wound up. All three and promoting August all these years. So I'll have to tell y'all one thing. He's only going to be retired till September. That's when it's weaning calf time. And I've got 48 calves for him to help me wean that are only about 45 minutes from his house. So I'm going to take care of that with the country boy stuff. But let me get on to the official stuff. The Honorable Harris County Precinct 3, Commissioner Tom S. Ramsey, PE, hereby recognizes August Wunderlich on the occasion of your retirement. Now, we've got July 1st. That's what you told me was the official. 26, as Precinct 3, Commissioner of Harris County, Texas, and on behalf of the constituents of Harris County, it is my honor to recognize and to congratulate August Wunderlich on the occasion of your retirement from Klein ISD. For over 40 years, you have dedicated your life to ensure the success and for the countless students and educators in our community. You have truly raised the standard in the field of education, and your life will continue to be an inspiration and legacy that will last for generations. Our constituents and I are proud of your work and wish you continued success and everything you set your hands to accomplish in the new season of your life. Tom S. Ramsey. And he
All right.
his cats too.
Thank you, Landon, for being here on behalf of the commissioner. And now we're going to give the one and only August Wunderlich a few moments to share a few words and introduce his honored guests.
So those of you that actually made my party know that there was a lot of crying there. So I'm going to do my best not to do that today. But Landon, you were already starting to get me there. So, Bruce and I were talking earlier about it's nice to be able to come together with people that have good things to say about you when you're not laying in a casket. Because so many times, we have good people and we never talk about them, and then they die, and then you go, man, I should have told him more how much he meant to me or whatever. So the celebration we had the other day, I could not ask for more from anybody. I really appreciate what y'all did for me. I've been blessed by many people who helped build me, and I'd like to recognize some of them here in the audience tonight. First, my wife of 25 years, Kim Wunderlich, and yes, I did marry up. It took a lot of personality to get a woman that pretty to talk to you. Anyhow, my daughter Tara is sitting here beside her, and then my son Ryan, who has a full-time job as a night stalker at Lowe's. He has Asperger's. If any of you have ever dealt with Asperger's, it's challenging. And for him to have a full-time job and living on his own now has been really great for us. And so I didn't ask him to take off because I don't want them to have a reason to get rid of him. So my Aunt Millie Reisner is here. Aunt Millie helped raise me when my mom was a teacher and before I was actually going to school. And then my cousin Walter, Alf, and Liz are here. And another thing about Aunt Millie, she worked in our food service for, I don't remember how many years, I forgot to ask her, but for years and years. She was a manager at Tice for a while. And then we found out when she was at Kleb, after she had retired and rehired, I believe, she used to keep Ryan, my son, a cinnamon roll every day for him. And we explain why he got big like me. But anyhow, my funniest story about Aunt Millie is when I was a kid, she's a great cook. And just like all the older German women, they had to be great cooks. Well, my mother was not a good cook. And my mom had just a little bit of German. My dad used to call her a Heinz 57. So one morning she said, what do you want for breakfast? I said, well, I want eggs like Aunt Millie cooks them. And it hit her wrong. And so I got an egg over my head and said, take that to Aunt Millie and see what she can do with it. My mom was a teacher here for 45 years. Those of you that met her, nobody loved kids more than my mom did. She was wonderful. Bruce Hillegeist is sitting here behind me. We always joke about we could be brothers because my mother and his mother were best friends, and his dad and my dad were best friends. And whenever they started double dating, we always said, all it took was one different decision that night, and we could have been brothers or something. So there was Aunt Joanne Earhart was in that too, but wasn't able to make it tonight. But her and Uncle Bernard, and I call them that, and there is no blood relation. It's just, as country folks, when you feel that strongly about people, you tend to add that name to the front of it. Damon Harvey, my best friend since kindergarten's here tonight, and I'm pretty sure he will admit, and his wife, I'm the only reason he got through high school alive and not in prison. And so he's here tonight. I appreciate that. Dr. Kane, I believe, is over here. Thank you for your leadership and guidance related to my career over the years. And believe it or not, even though he was a superintendent, before he was a superintendent, he worked in plant ops with me. I believe it was 2 summers, taking care of floors, putting furniture together, all that kind of stuff. He always told me he needed the money. I really think it was Dr. Kane's way of figuring out how does the whole system work. And he certainly became a great administrator later on because of those types of things. Richard Barbie was my teacher in elementary and junior high school. He was my first coach, and he was a great science teacher. He taught me a lot of things about science. Unfortunately, he wasn't my math teacher because I got to high school before I understood math. That's a whole nother story. Willie Huggins hired me away from teaching, even though his daughter was one of my students and she wasn't real happy about me leaving the classroom. But Willie still hired me, and I appreciate that, and we made a great team for a long time. Tom Ricker promoted me to maintenance director and taught me countless leadership lessons. But I used to go to Tom and say, Tom, I'm ready to get out of the classroom. I want to be a director of transportation. And Tom would say, August, you don't want to do that, because he was the director of transportation at the time. I said, no, really, I want to do that. He goes, August, you see this yellow pad? Yep. Kind of like Mr. Whitehead, the yellow pads like you use all the time? And he's got about 10 pages he pulls up. And I go, that's from this week, right? He goes, no, that's this morning. I went, yeah, you're right. I don't think I want to do that. Dr. Jenny McGowan and the Klein ISD Board of Trustees promoted me to Chief Operating Officer, and they all continue to inspire me to pursue excellence every day. Thank you for trusting me with this district and with these students. Dana Hernandez, former chief of staff, helped me survive the first year of being on cabinet. Because I thought Google was a search engine. I had no idea you had all this other Google stuff that you had to learn to store. And I'm in there trying to change things, and somebody else is changing it while I'm working on it. And I'm like, anyhow, we survived, and I do appreciate your friendship and your help guiding me through the ropes the first year. I also want to thank my fellow cabinet members for their support through both good times and challenging ones. Being able to laugh together instead of cry together made difficult days manageable. And no matter what you do and how much you do it for the kids, etc., there's going to be days some people are going to accuse you of other stuff. And us being able to laugh and pick on each other and do that sort of thing sure made the day easier. I'm not going to say we never cried together, because we did. But it was fun to try to get through that. And of course, Brian's hugs would always get you through the end of the day. Commissioner Ramsey and Landon Reed, thank you for your support over the years regarding projects to help support our students. One of those that comes to mind is the sidewalk that y'all put down in front of Klein Collins and Schindewolf that helps the students get to school more safely. As Dr. McGowan mentioned earlier, I'm a proud member of one of the founding families of the Klein community. I grew up poor on a farm that was literally like Old McDonald's farm. If we didn't raise it or grow it, we didn't eat it. My career began with a part-time co-op job during my junior year at Klein High School. Klein ISD's motto is that every student enters with a promise and exits with a purpose. I like to think that I'm living proof of that promise. When people talk about economically disadvantaged students, I was one of those. Because of Klein ISD and caring educators like the ones gathered here tonight in this room, I became one of those success stories. Education is a pathway out of poverty. So when someone says a student can't learn or won't succeed, tell them my story, or better yet, tell the story of Niche Elementary that has amazing test scores because of educators there that care. Y'all make sure Frank hears that. I know he's moved to Clink, but anyhow. As educators, we hold the keys that can unlock opportunities and transform lives. We provide students with a path towards success, purpose, and hope. When I started working for Klein ISD as a high school as a custodian, I could have never imagined that one day I would serve as the chief operating officer for the very district that educated me. I stand here tonight overwhelmed with gratitude for the opportunities I've been given and for the people who helped me make this journey possible. I'm almost done. Some might think that managing a multi-million-dollar bond project was my greatest accomplishment. While I'm proud of that work, my greatest accomplishment still and always will be the students I taught. These students from those teams that were mentioned earlier have gone on to become teachers, physician's assistants, nurses, fire marshals, police officers, firefighters, and leaders in countless other professions. Their success will always mean more to me than any building project or title that I received. Thank you all for being part of this incredible journey. May God bless each and every one of you. Almost made it. It truly has been a great ride. And as my good friend Lance Alexander would say, love y'all.
Say it again. August Wonderleg. I'm wondering when he's going to start his stand-up. I mean, what? Let the board make some comments here. Why don't we start with you on the end down there?
August, just for the sake of memory, can we get one more vestibule?
As I've told y'all before, redneck out of you no matter how much college you take. But yes, when I say vestibule, it comes out vegetable most of the time.
So August, you and I met on the election tour, I guess it is, And there was one evening that he and I were left at Lone Star Creekside by ourselves. It was me and him. And although we were handing out cards for different people, he and I both are sitting on the bench because our feet hurt. And vote for this one. I don't know, vote for this. Whoever, here's a card. And they're like, y'all are for different people? And we're like, yeah, whatever. August and I had a good time. I wish you the best.
If you remember that night, I think it was the first election, the one that you won, we talked that night, and I told you, I said, at the end of the night, it really doesn't matter who wins. We have to keep in mind it's all for the kids. Yes. We have that too. Thank you.
August, I love you. You are an inspiration, truly, to everyone in this community. But you're keeping kids first. It is the best quality you have. And I really appreciate that you've always done that. And we have our little talks about our children who have struggles, and that's always been helpful. And I really, really appreciate you. You're going to retire, but I'm not going to leave you alone. So just pick up the phone. Thanks.
August, you are a rock for this district for many decades and a great example to all of us in every way. I think all these people who've come here to support you are a testament to that. I'm particularly thankful for Aunt Millie, who's here, because she has given the example that you can retire and be rehired.
Exactly.
And so I think this might be brief, and we'll get you back to where you belong. But we wish you well, we love you, and are thankful for everything you've done.
August, we were at Klein Oak at the same time. And I will tell you, my car would leave before him, and I used to leave at 7 p.m. at the earliest, and he was still working. But I will tell you that I've grown to know you even better. And your stories are hilarious. And my son, who is autistic, says to me the other day, August Wunderlich, I think that he is my best friend.
That's awesome.
And it's because of you love kids. And that's what, like Nicole said, it makes you special. And you can feel and in your heart when somebody needs that hug. That was your cue. But I will never forget when y'all were standing there and Brian gave you that beautiful hug. And I think you turned 14 colors. We'll miss you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So for my friend Ronnie, I have to say, hey, Augie. But, everybody knows what a great asset he's been to the district. Everything that he's done to impact kids, but all of that, and he's still an even better human than all of that. He's a great guy. The amount of knowledge that he has of everything in this area, not just school events and activities and facilities. Most of you all know there might have been a small little restaurant on fire on 249, Mexican restaurant a couple years ago. And we had some pretty...
I didn't set that, by the way.
No, he did not.
There's no way he's doing it.
He did not. But we had some pretty major water supply issues. And so people were breaking out contacts of mud districts and all that. And I'm like, I'm calling August. And so we had absolutely nothing to do with school districts, but he knew some of the infrastructure and the people to contact and all that, because August is ingrained in this community, not only by birth, but by knowing and being a part of this community. He didn't have to become such an integral part of this community. He chose to. And he has an impact that has gone way beyond just the school system. So thank you, Augie, for all that you've done.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're not done, August. We're not done. We're not done. I want to say a couple of words. And I want you to understand that these aren't words that I use for someone of your stature. Man, you're a sweetheart. You just really are. You got a wonderful heart. You got a wonderful heart, and ditto to everything that everyone has said. Again, I appreciate who you are.
Thank you.
And who you've been for the district as well. So I'm going to let Dr. McGowan have the last word.
Thank you, President James. Well, both August and I are not much for scripts, but we both decided to write words down, so we wouldn't cry through the whole thing. But I do have to just speak from my heart for a moment about this man, because we often say inclined the people make the place, and all you have to do is get to know someone like August Wunderlich to understand what we mean when we say that. That the character of this man and all that he does, but not just what he accomplishes and all these accolades and things. That's not what any of us are going to remember or cherish about what you've done for this school district. It's the way you make people feel while you do all of those things. And you make everyone feel loved and seen and cared for. Doesn't matter where they're from, what their story is, you make them feel like Klein family. And you make that hashtag something real just with your very presence. And so, August, I just got to say thank you for not only all of the hard work and faithful service over the years that have shaped Klein into what it is today, but thank you for the laughter, because y'all have had a taste of what this man brings literally to the cabinet table every single week, and the joy that we get to have doing the work together because you're part of our team. It's just really hard to imagine a world where August Wunderlich doesn't show up to work in Klein ISD, and so I'm just going to keep living in denial, and I'm not going to imagine that world until I have no other choice. But I want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'm sure on behalf of everyone in this room and countless people across Klein, Texas, thank you, August, for everything you've done and the way that you've done it. You are a gift, and we love you.
Thank you.
Again, congratulations to all of our honorees that are recognized tonight. And speaking of someone special tonight, August mentioned Dr. Kane, of course, but also Georgianne Reitmeyer, I heard, is in the house. Where is she? Wait, we want you to stand up and wave. There you go. Thank you so much. We had a scout in the house earlier. Would you please stand up and tell us your name and your troop number, your school, and why you're here tonight?
Hello, my name is Xander Nguyen. I go to Troop 66. I currently attend Klein Cain High School, and I'm here to work on my communication and citizenship in the community marriage.
Great. So, Xander, during the intermission, please visit Ms. Jackson, who is over in the corner here to my right, to receive your certificate and indicate your attendance in tonight's meeting. All right. Wow. We'll now take an intermission to allow the board the opportunity to meet our honorees and community members. The time is now, and I can't see the clock, 7:33. we go. May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? The time is now 7:47, and we are ready to reconvene this meeting of the Klein ISD Board of Trustees. We will begin with item number 11, the consideration request for approval of proposed modifications to local board policy CFB. First reading was conducted at the regular May board meeting. May I have a motion?
I so move.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? The motion passes 7-0. Next item is item number 12, the consideration request for approval of student code of conduct for 2026-2027 school year. May I have a motion?
I so move.
I second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? The motion passes 7-0. The next item is item number 13, the consideration request for approval of the hearing officer recommendation regarding the employee level 4 DGBA complaint. Gage, may I have a motion?
Motion?
Would that be a motion to approve? Yes.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Motion passes 7-0. Next is agenda item 14, which has 3 sub-items regarding the 2022 bond program. We will take them all together as one item unless any member of the board wishes to consider each sub-item separately. Does anyone wish to consider it? No, 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 no. Let's keep moving then. There we go. Hearing no objections, we'll take item number 14 through 14C together for the approval of A, the construction manager at risk for the Klein Collins High School auditorium and traffic flow safety project. B, the contractor for the 2026 Klein High School energy management and safety lighting controls project. C, the change order to the guarantee maximum price amendment for the construction manager at risk agreement between Klein ISD, Shadowfield, and Pontykes for the Klein Forest High School auditorium and renovation project. May I have a motion?
I so move.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes 7-0. The next, 15A, the consideration and request for the approval to enter into mediation and litigation against Diag Construction, LP, and QC Laboratories, Inc. for Mahaffey Elementary School and delegate authority to the superintendent and her designee to authorize a third-party Bryant Consultants to complete investigative engineering work. May I have a motion?
I so move.
Second? Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Item next is item 15B, consideration and request for the approval to send a final demand to Terracon requesting pre-suit mediation. May I have a motion?
A motion to approve.
May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Am I stuck together? Oh, I'm so sorry. There we go. Next on item 16, the consideration request for approval to adopt 2026-2027 budget as presented. May I have a motion?
I so move.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Now for the consent agenda, Are there any items that we wish to remove from the consent agenda?
None.
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 All those in favor? Any opposed? The consent agenda passes by consensus. Moving on to the calendar review, the next regular meeting of the board will be on Monday, July the 13th, 2026. We look forward to welcoming the Klein ISD teachers, staff, students back in August. Woo! Let's move on to comments by our trustees. We'll start at this end. Mr. Krieger?
So what a great meeting. Just super excited to celebrate August. Super excited to celebrate all of our state athletes that did amazing work in Austin. And looking forward to the summer, and I just pray that all of our students are blessed and safe over the summer, as well as all of our educators, and hope our educators have the opportunity to get well rested and celebrate their successful year. And I also pray for those students that really depend on the structure of our school system, and the sometimes some of our students, the best part of their day is having the structure and being there with great leaders and teachers that are committed to these students. So pray for all those, and looking forward to a good summer.
Ms. Alano?
I love summer, don't you? It's such a great time. It gives you time to reflect. And you look at all the past and everything that we've done all year long, and then you look forward to fall and football season. I want to mention graduations. I thought it was absolutely amazing with all the graduations that we had at Klein Stadium. And I want to commend Ms. Cole and all of her staff, that it was amazing. I mean, that's the only word for it. The only thing we could have used was air conditioning. And Chance helped with all of that to make sure everyone knew if there was a bond, they needed to vote for it so that it would be cooler. But so he now has his unofficial ambassador shirt that we're having made. But the graduations were amazing. And, you know, we love seeing our kids walk across the stage. And some of them, you know, we had known since they were babies. But I will want to say, I don't know too many districts where their superintendent shakes every single kid's hands and has on high heels. So I commend her for everything that she has done, and it was, like I said, it was amazing. It was hot, and we all fought over the little fan that was this big on the stage, but it was really an awesome thing, and we hope that one day we'll have a wonderful place that will be able to have be able to do it all in one day in one place close to home.
Mr. Ellis?
Wonderful night. Again, August, we will miss you and appreciate everything you've done. I just wanted to say on the graduations piece, I thought that was a really, it's always a moving experience when you get to shake so many kids' hands. I think it's incredible that we do have 3 of our 5 high school principals had a child that graduated.
Yeah.
And also our superintendent had it. So if you had 4 of 6, I just think that kind of shows just how the leadership of this district are parents of this district. And we all have our own children. We're all invested, and we want this community to stay a great place to be. And I think that's one of the wonderful things about Klein. And just phenomenal job to the whole communications team. Y'all were there super late, got there really early the next day. I just tipped my hat off to y'all, and you went above and beyond, so great job.
I think it needs to be said that both of them enjoyed graduation so much because they were sitting by me, both of them. So.
My arm hurts from him going.
They love each other so. Go ahead, Nicole.
So much to celebrate tonight, truly too much to even recap it all, but the track athletes, I mean, truly what an accomplishment. If you've never had a kid in any of these competitions, no matter how great you think your kid is, the state champions obviously win it all, and it's amazing, truly. Graduation is one of my absolute favorite things. To see the joy there, the joy in the students, the pride, some of them just so happy that they made it, some of them so ready to go on to the next. But the parents and the friends and the family members, to see that pride, it's why we all do what we do every single day. And to everyone in this room, you played a role in all of their success to get to where they got. And I say it all the time, but I appreciate every one of you because you keep making it all happen here and behind the scenes every single day. And I thank every single one of you. And thank you to our leader who truly is inspiring and truly cares about every single person in this district. And I don't think there's anywhere else where they can say that. So thank you very much. August, I will miss you so much. We've already said all the things, but appreciate you seriously every single day.
All right, Ms. Morrison.
Well, I will start with track is one of my favorites. I'm not a runner. Nobody wants to see me run. However, I appreciate those that can do it and do it well. Also, I would say I had the best seat at graduation, not because the fan was right on me, which Kathy reminded me of. However, as the children exited, some of these children are hugging their diplomas as they're walking off, and I get to see that. So I did have the best seat in the house. And the other thing I would say is, August, it's going to be great. I know it's going to be great. Congratulations.
Yeah, I want to reiterate about graduation. It was an amazing culmination of a Herculean effort by so many departments and operations, communications. I mean, it was just amazing. I mean, that was actually the first graduation I had seen at Klein Memorial. The previous two I'd been at NRG. And it blew me away. I mean, it even passed my expectations of what I was going to see, and just the layout. I mean, everything. I thought everything was perfect. So great job, Christine. Thank you for everything. Just great time by all. Great job by all. Wanted to say congrats to the Energy Management Department. One of the neat things about these board meetings is we get to hear about different components of the school district that we really don't see. Or really almost even know about, honestly, sometimes. But it's really cool to see, like, behind the curtains that, we've got, components of the school district that are out there, trying to save us money and, get raises for get, like they said, fund some of the raises when, things are tight. So thank you all for that, Dan and everybody. Thank you all. And then August, I didn't get to say, I should have led with the nice words as opposed to the roasting of the vestibules earlier, but wanted to make sure I say how much I've enjoyed working with you. It's been a long time. We were working professionally before I was ever on this board. And so when that, one thing I want to do when that traffic signal's up and running up at KMPC, you and I are going to get a photo out there in front of one of the lights. But it's been a pleasure working with you. I've never seen you without a smile on your face, and you're one of the most pleasant people to be around that I've ever known. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm gonna miss you.
August, I'm gonna lead with that. I'm gonna lead with August. Tonight was a great night, of course. And our recognitions and celebrations are always, just top tier. But tonight, August, this is your night. This is your night. We certainly appreciate all that you bring to the table. I meant what I said when I said you're a sweetheart of a man. You just really, really are. You are a nice man. You are a very nice man. And I mean that in the most respectful way possible. So again, hats off to you. Your retirement is, as they've all said, is due, and you're going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy it. Graduation is always a special time, and I had an opportunity to just sit and watch and from a different perspective this time. Ronnie Anderson used to always talk about that being our product. If we were a manufacturing facility, that those folks coming across the stage would be our product. And again, once again, the product was excellent. The whole situation was flawless. We saw nothing out of whack. Everything was as it should be. And I really, really enjoyed sitting next to Dr. Kane and talking to him the whole time with Kane. So again, we appreciate it. We thank you for tonight. And again, those state runners, I'm with you. Football something, basketball something, baseball something, but track, yeah. You got to have a big heart to run track, and to be state champions in that is amazing. So again, we thank you for tonight. Dr. McGowan.
I want to say it was another great year in Klein ISD because of the collective efforts of many people, and I think graduation is just a great example of watching so many people from across Klein ISD working hard together for our kids. And I just think there's nothing better in the world than watching people celebrate kids, and that's what I always remember the most from graduations is just getting to see young people surrounded by people that love them and that are cheering for them. And my prayer for them is that that doesn't stop at graduation, that these young people continue to be surrounded by many people who love them and care about them and are cheering and rooting them on. Class of 2026 did break the scholarship dollar record, by the way, everyone. $115 million raised by the class of 2026, invested in their future. It's an over a $30 million increase from last year, so we're very, very proud of that, what that means for those young people and their future. And then tonight, I, of course, not only want to thank the board for being at our graduation ceremonies, all 5 of them, with such joy and sincerity around supporting our students' success, but I also want to thank you all for what you did tonight for our staff and approving our budget. One thing we know is that great schools start with great people, and there are lots of folks who want to say a lot of words about it, but this board consistently shows up with their actions to show their love and support and care for our people. And so I want to thank you for approving their compensation for next year. There are many districts in our area who have not been able to do anything for their staff, and this board continues to show up and prioritize making sure we do the absolute best we can to take good care of our people. So I just want to say thank you to all of you for the budget workshops, for doing your due diligence, for managing our resources in a fiscally conservative way, but also in a way that relentlessly prioritizes people, not only the staff, but the students. And in order to take good care of the students, we have to continue to have excellent staff. So just thank you on behalf of the 7,000 employees in Klein ISD for what you all did tonight to take good care of them. And then August, we love you. I'm still going to call you all the time. You're not getting away from me, so you may not be here physically, but you're still going to feel like you're working with us. So congratulations, sir. We love you and just appreciate who you are and what you did.
Objections. It is now 8:05, and I've got a basketball game to watch tonight. The meeting is now adjourned.